Hey everyone, welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. Good to have you all here today. Yes. Great to be with you. Yes. All right. Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. World's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan and trusted member of the media. Yeah. Let's see, who do we got in the chat? We got Tippy Tail McKitty, Chief of Comics COC with a Z Cooper. Let's get this party started. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get moving. Oh, it's good to be streaming. I love it. I love streaming. Am I coming through okay? Because I'm seeing something that says, please stand by. And that's of a deep concern to me. I want to make sure that I'm streaming. Before I start talking, I want to make sure that you guys can hear every word that I say. Bring your ass, says Agha. 100%. And when you do, if I'm asleep, don't burn down my house. It's the least that I can expect from you guys. We got a lot of people in here today. Appreciate you guys. I'm having a mint. Let me finish my mint. That's good mint. It is good. I have a whole, I'll show you. I have a whole crate of these. At least I thought I did. Where'd I put them? Oh yeah, right here. Icebreakers mints. Delicious. So how are you guys today? Let's see. Leg Kick says, EVS, loud and clear. It's good to see some new names in here. Simon Sim Pothier says, hello, everyone. Spooky Molders here. Rest in peace, DC Comics. Thanks, Dan DiDio and SJWs. It's not really their fault. Red Gay says, never chew a mint. Never do it. Job of the Cuck says, nice shirt. Well, thanks. Doing a little denim today. Joshua Crayer says, video quality better than ever. That's thanks, of course, to Adrian Stone, who does a fantastic job with my OBS. I definitely appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Bounding into comics today. Very important. Brie Larson is back. Look at her eyes, dude. What is up with Brie Larson's eyes? This is a psychopath. This is a psychotic human being. People Circus says, looking dapper, EVS. Hail, EVS. Hail, chat. Thank you for £2, People Circus. I appreciate you. You brilliant artist, you. And you are. You're a genius. Brie Larson, I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person. That's something we all aspired to. Horace Cuck Johnson says, EVS, could you say hello to my friend Lewis? I will. Hello, Lewis. How are you? Welcome. Glad you're in my audience learning about Brie Larson and her insanity. It's great to have you among us. I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person. Okay, we'll try harder. Captain Marvel actress Brie Larson recently appeared at the Toronto International Film Festival to promote her upcoming film, Just Mercy, starring Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, Tim Blake Nelson, and Daniel Cretton. Let's see. Testify HD says, I'm ready to start my own YouTube channel. Was wondering if you can refer me to someone or an easy way to make a logo. I will always be here for your streams. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people here. Just announce that you're looking for a logo artist. Somebody will pop up. Anyway, during the interview, Larson spoke about why she chose to play Captain Marvel. She said, I just see people and I want to play people. She added, I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. Implicit in that is, that just happened anyway. I was always meant to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person. And that was a big platform to play a person. Shut the fuck up. Why? Why are people like this? I just wanted to be a person. Well, you know what? I'm not sure Captain Marvel is a person. The Captain Marvel is something else. Captain Marvel has ascended personhood. You know. Standing in front of an exploding spacecraft. Not good advice. Not good advice for young girls. Young girls, I understand that you want to be powerful in the world. I know that you want to be able to fly and shoot beams from your hands. But if there's a UFO that's exploding in front of you, get out of the way. Get out of the way. She continued, when I think of words like hero, I think of Brian. And I also think of Eva Braun. These are people that are listening to the ground and the people that are around them. They're responding with compassion, that are open to being wrong. They're curious. They're ever evolving and growing. That's what I seek when I'm making films because that's my experience. That's what I know. She would then state, I think in a world right now where we get very hard on people that grow and change to be able to play characters that evolve, Jesus God, how do people tolerate this? How do people tolerate being around Brie Larson? I mean, just this is gibberish. This is utter gibberish. It's hard for me to express. Let me try to read this again. I think in a world right now where we get very hard on people that grow and change to be able to play characters that evolve to be around real human beings that are growing and evolving, that to me is like real bravery and strength and courage. I like the way the things that she professes to be doing are about real bravery, strength, and courage. Yeah, I'm just trying to play a real person. That to me is real bravery, strength, and courage. That's weird how that works. It's weird how describing your own things, your own objectives, are exactly what you consider to be strength and bravery. I do too. I consider waking up in the morning, making videos about saving frogs out of my pool filter. I consider going to Firehouse Subs and buying a great big sandwich and shoving it into my face. I consider buying corn syrup, which is what I had to buy at Walmart. I consider that to be real strength, bravery, and courage. Real strength. It's real strength. Look at her. Oh, do we have to listen to this? Hold on.
I just see people, and I just play people. I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, it's even worse to hear her say it. Kay Brady says, Brie wanted to play a person, but like Vin Diesel, she played a block of wood. Comics Exposed says, Ethan, are you leaving this stream up? Yeah, maybe for a little while. I might take it down though, Comics Exposed, so you should stick around. Absolutely stick around. Metalhead says, I feel fat and sassy. M3SOS says, where's the pie I ordered? Someone's face is asking for it. No, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's the only thing to do here. Presuming you meant you want to put a pie in Brie Larson's face and not mine. If you wanted to put a pie in my face, that would be fine. I would accept that. But this is the face. Some clown needs to come running up to this face and just put a pie right in it.
Wanted to be a person.
Oh, the arrogance.
Platform to play a person.
It's a big platform to play a person. I don't know why I dislike this person so intensely. It's it's just the delusion and like the false modesty. She doesn't know what real humility is. I could teach her what it means to be humble, truly humble.
So I don't know. I feel like when I think of words like hero, I think of Brian, you know? And
God, that's a psychotic look on her face. Look at that. Sweet Jesus.
I also think of Eva.
Oh my God. Am I the only one who feels this way? I can't be the only one who looks at this person and really dislikes them. I really don't like this person. People say, why do you keep making videos about Brie Larson? I'm like, me? Who, me? I owe you guys 93 videos. I wanted to make 100 videos about Brie Larson. I got tired of talking about her after 7 videos. I think I only made 7. People said, you're just doing it for the algorithm. No. I really dislike Brie Larson. You know. If I'm just doing it for the algorithm, explain mummy news. Mummy news. News about mummies is not as popular as talking about Brie Larson, and yet I persist. There's something about this person that is really detestable. It's like arrogance. I don't know.
Like, these are people that are listening and responding to the ground and the people that are around them, that are responding with compassion.
You know, in a way, when she was doing this next to her other Avengers actors, they were able to make it look like she was doing a bit. You know, when she talks like this, like it's almost like she's doing a bit. She's pretending to be this stupid and annoying. And so, you know, Chris Hemsworth was able to be like, no, not really, and just kind of add to it and sort of make it look like he was in on the joke. I don't think it was ever a joke. I think this is who she is. And I can only see the corner of this guy's face here, but I can tell he's already nodding out. Like, he's already like, holy shit, like, this person's insane. I can only see the shoulder and the arm here, you know, and it already looks like he's ready. Just from the shoulder and the arm and the elbow here, I can tell he's postured to remove the microphone from her. He's getting ready. You know, he's like the guy at the Oscars. Like, after you receive your award, he's going to, like, shepherd you off the stage. He's going to show you the right way to go. I can tell just by this little bit of information. You look at this right here. Sorrowfully looking at the ground. Sadness in this one eyelid. This closed eyelid. Little tension in the forehead here. You know. Little spotlight on his head. He's leaning in kind of like, oh, God, sweet Jesus. And then this person over here, again, getting in close, getting ready to take the microphone. Guys, get with it. Get with it. Captain Wrongthing's in the chat. He reminds everyone that Zoe Quinn is a murderer. Thank you, Captain Wrongthing. It helps to remember. It does help to remember. Yeah. Angela says, what a perfect specimen of a lump of cheese. RexRude99 says, anyone seen her toenails? Creep show. Yo, her toenails are busted. Mine are good. I gotta say, people who see my feet say, Ethan, you have really nice feet. Almost everyone who's seen my feet has made it a point to say that to me. Almost everyone. I don't think anyone's ever said that to Brie Larson. All right, let's continue. And what I want you to do is just watch here. You know, just watch this stuff. All right. Yeah, Captain Wrong Thing, thank you for that. Now stop spamming the chat. Appreciate you.
Open to being wrong.
Oh, wait. This is EFAP. This is definitely EFAP material. Every frame is a... Look at this. Every frame. Hold on a second. Open to being wrong. Talking like she's... SJWs always talk like they're speaking to 5-year-olds. They're explaining, you know, basic concepts, and they're doing it real slow, and they're exaggerating their facial expressions, and they're not really quite sure what they're saying. They're just talking out of their asses, which are located near their faces. All right, let's see this part here.
Open to being wrong.
Why do you look like this? All right, now close your eyes. This is so immature. Elaine says she's definitely on drugs. Is she on drugs? Is this drugs talking? All right.
Curious, that are ever evolving and growing. That's what
Shut up, white lady. Oh my God. Holy God. Look at. Oh, why? This is the greatest video I've ever seen. Holy cow. Now I think I understand, when people complain about white people, I think I'm starting to understand. I didn't before. When I see liberals saying, shut up, white people, I was like, wait a second. Like, don't tell me to shut up. I'm a white person. Now I get it. It's like now, because look at this. Just
evolving and growing.
growing. And shut up, white person. Shut up, white lady. I totally understand it. Totally understand. Look at this guy. All right, let's go.
When I'm making films, because that's my experience. That's what I know. And I think in a world right now where we get very hard on people that grow and change.
Oh, we get hard on people that grow and change.
To be able to play characters that evolve.
You can't just do this. You can't just give the microphone to Brie Larson. Don't you understand? You can't just give it to her. This is what happens. Can't give the microphone to me either, because I just pop my peas into it left and right. But you can't just give her the microphone, because this is what happens. She just runs off at the mouth and never stops. She's never going to stop talking. Shoulder is still here. This guy's eye. This guy right now, you can see in this eye, he's wondering what death will be like. The sweet release of death. I hear you, pal.
And to be around real human beings that are growing and evolving, that to me is like real bravery and strength and courage.
Oh, God.
Growing and evolving.
Is this drugs? To be around real human beings who are evolving and changing? That to me is real strength and courage.
Evolving, that to me is like real bravery and strength and courage. I don't know if that really answered your question.
It answers a ton of questions. It answers a ton of questions. It answers a ton of questions. Like, is Brie Larson insane? Yes, she is. Is she stupid? Yes, she is. Does she run off at the mouth and say things that don't make any sense while black people are forced to sit around and endure it? Yes. Does she have a white savior complex? Yes, she does. Does she think she's a strong and brave and wonderful person because she's an actor? Yes, she does. She says really stupid things. Why do you want to be Captain Marvel? Because I just wanted to be a person. I just wanted to be a person. This was an opportunity to be a person. No, it was an opportunity to be a superhero. And before, you were talking about how Captain Marvel was your opportunity to have a lot of power that you were going to exercise to keep white people out of your press pool. I remember vividly. Boom, 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 right here. I don't make these videos for nothing. I don't make these videos and forget them. I remember everything. You were talking about you having superpower now. The power of being Captain Marvel. And you were talking about how you were going to use that superpower to exclude people, specifically white males like myself, from joining your press pool, following you around and asking you questions that you could answer dopily like this, like a dope. I have questions. I'd have questions to ask you. Maybe I'm growing and changing, and maybe I'm brave and strong and wonderful. Why don't I get to be brave and strong and wonderful? DJ Neves Fourth, thanks for $10. If you take out the first 53 minutes and 55 seconds of Luke and Ray, plus 3 seconds of a broken lightsaber, you're still left with 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 51 seconds of The Last Jedi, and it's bullcrap. That's too much. Adel Mork Ofdow says, most pop culture is crap today. I'm seeking refuge in the 70s and 80s. Rewatching old Jackie Chan movies Pure action bliss. Anyway, it's Blood Honey in transit. Only 9 days left to last blood. I can't wait. F yeah. Yes, Blood Honey is in transit, everyone. I have not signed a single one, but it is definitely in transit. I will have videos for you this week. All right, so Sweetcast is in all the time. Okay. We're having trouble today, guys. We're having trouble. I don't know. I'm plugged in and stuff, but it's just not working. Steve Turney, thank you for 10 pounds. Appreciate you. All right. Am I back? I think I'm back. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Zoe Quinn just shut down Ethan's stream. Captain Wrong thinks Zoe Quinn doesn't do everything. You know. It's not just Zoe Quinn. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So anyway, Bounding Into Comics points out that, yeah, you know, even though she's talking about just wanting to be a person here, that is not what she was saying before. She was saying it was her superpower, and this was her form of activism, and all of this stuff. It is nonsense. What do you think of Larson's recent comments regarding Captain now? Why does this keep happening? I'm getting pissed off. OBS shouldn't be having these problems, especially since my internet connection is dynamite now. Yeah. Is there a reason why this could be happening? Is it every 5 seconds? I wonder if someone's, yeah. What does that say? Reset router? Yeah. No, I know. I see that I'm frozen. And it just comes back. I'm getting alerts. When it goes offline, I get alerts. All right. Okay, ready? All right, I feel better. All right, so let's talk about what's going on right now. Let's talk about, you know, why this might be it. Why this might be it for DC Comics, at least. And I'm sorry to say, none of this makes me happy. This is a miserable kind of thing. I'm not thrilled with the fact that AT&T has purchased Warner Brothers and DC Comics with it. And the reasons why AT&T purchased Warner Brothers, Time Warner, was just to make a streaming service, you know, I mean, to actually move forward, you know, towards the future. And I'm telling you, the comic book industry is a thing of the past. Here we have an article that was sent my way from someone who works in comics and somebody who was very disturbed by it. And they said, yeah, you should actually kind of look at this, look into it. And this doesn't spell good news for DC Comics. And I don't think it does. AT&T was headed in the right direction before activist Elliott Management showed up. Okay, Elliott Management is a big hedge fund. These people, they disclosed a $3.2 billion stake in AT&T. And they wrote a huge letter and basically said things have to change. Elliott's primary takeaway is that the AT&T stock has underperformed the market for years. And that's a fair point. AT&T stock returned at 36%, including dividends in the past 5 years through Friday's close. In the meantime, look, T-Mobile US is rocking it. Verizon's is pretty much, Verizon is rocking it. Redouble your efforts. Now, here's the part that, oh, look at this. Here's AT&T. Here's T-Mobile. Here's AT&T. All right? Things have to change. Things do have to change. So down here, this is the thing right here. Okay, AT&T has already started down this path. On the company's second quarter earnings call in July, Chief Financial Officer John Steffens indicated that stepping up buybacks was on the table. And as AT&T approaches its year-end 2019 debt reduction target, he noted that the relative cost of maintaining AT&T's dividend yield of almost 6% on the stock was higher than the after-tax interest rate of the debt on its debt of about 3%. Da, 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 da. All right, John Stanky would become the overall company's new chief operating manager, a newly created position. Elliott's letter points to stretched executives managing a massive and diverse portfolio of businesses, resulting in missteps over the years, and the need for experienced and focused leaders at the company. It also calls for separating the CEO and chairman roles, both currently held by Randall Stevenson. And here we go. Despite repeatedly praising the hard work, ingenuity, and passion of AT&T employees, Elliott's letter also calls on AT&T to streamline its bureaucratic organization, remove redundant positions, and consider, here's the bad part, consider outsourcing non-core functions. Along with the office centralization and other cost cutting, Elliott sees $10 billion in potential annual savings that could expand AT&T's profit margins. Yeah. AT&T has an analyst day scheduled for October 29th, focused on Warner Media and its upcoming HBO Max streaming service. That meeting just got a whole lot more interesting. So what do we think is going to happen here? I kind of feel like AT&T is going to consider divesting DC Comics. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure to do so. It's a lot of debt. So we're going to find out. I mean, October 29th, this is, yeah, we're going to find out what's up with this meeting here. What do you guys think? Sketch Therapy says, smells like pink slips. Cases says, Mr. Stanky, you are Stanky. I love his name. I love the name Stanky. Absolutely love John Stanky. Robot Master Jem Beek says AT&T owns Warner Brothers. Yeah, they own Warner Brothers, and the reason why they bought Warner Brothers was simply because they AT&T is looking to form a streaming service to compete with Netflix. The ad revenue for television just is not paying off anymore. Television is dying. Isn't that weird? Like, we live in a time period where television is actually dying. People are watching less TV. People are watching more streaming services. Netflix and chill is the next generation. And people are watching more YouTube. People are just watching, less television. So where do we advertise? Where does the advertising come from? We're going to have to build a streaming service to compete with Disney Plus, with Amazon, with Hulu, and certainly with Netflix. So that's the thing. That's why they did this. And yeah, they picked up quite a few. They picked up quite a few extras in this purchase. And one of those things is, an old pamphlet publisher. God, it breaks my heart to say this. Called DC Comics, and they've been around since 1939, and it's are they still worth it? Are they worth keeping around for what? Why would AT&T care about publishing comic books? Elliott Group is run by Republicans. The culture war just got interesting. Oh, guys. Yeah. Has anyone told them to stay away from the SJW commie bullcrap yet? Says Brian last name. I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters. I don't think, when you're dealing with something on this scale, I just don't think it matters. This isn't a question of get woke, go broke. This is a question of just kind of, you're broke, we don't really need you. Why do we need to continue publishing comic books at this point, The comic book industry will continue to shrink. I don't see how things are supposed to go forward without DC, though. I really don't. I don't see how that works. Rob Liefeld, who's a very interesting guy lately. Rob Liefeld has become much more interesting. Bounding into comics. My heart's broken. I'm having trouble with this. Uh, Rob Liefeld, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld on DC Comics. Just vaporize it and begin again. You know. Blockbuster Video, says Peter Rizzo. You know, things change. Yeah, there was a time when Blockbuster Video was one of the biggest businesses. I mean, huge. You went to Blockbuster Video all through the late '80s and '90s. You rented videos. You know, you rented DVDs. That was a great business model. That got changed to Redbox. You know, more things become more and more convenient as time goes on. People don't want to do as much traveling. People don't want to do as much work to consume. So you know, comic books are right on that razor's edge, just tipping over. So here's Rob. Rob cracks me up, man. He's been. I can't wait until he starts a YouTube channel, because he's been really funny. Just vaporize it and begin again. Deadpool, Cable, and Youngblood creator Rob Liefeld called for DC Comics to vaporize their continuity and start over again. Time for a new crisis at DC. Just vaporize it and begin again. Use Marv Wolfman's unused outline from 1985. Not only did Liefeld advocate for DC Comics to vaporize and then relaunch their continuity, but he teased that he's got a Superman story up his sleeve that would not be boring. However, he noted that there would need to be a regime change at DC Comics in order for the story to have a chance. Has Rob been blacklisted at DC? Gotta wait for a regime change. Then, not boring. I don't think we're gonna get another regime change. Me. Thank you. Save DC Comics. Here he is. Here's the guy who's gonna kill Superman. I can't stand it. Liefeld didn't just criticize DC Comics, he critiqued the entire comic book industry. He described much of the comics that hit shelves today as bloated, overwritten blather. Reading tomorrow's comics and Spawn number 300 is the clear standout in a pack of bloated, overwritten blather. I love comics that move. He also stated that many of today's comics fail to fulfill their promise or premise, so much teasing. Yeah, Liefeld's just funny. You can only talk like this. You can only speak like this when you're completely free. Who was it that said freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose? That's Rob Liefeld. He doesn't care. What's he going to work for Marvel? What's he going to work for DC? Well, Marvel right now is kind of nihilistic. You know, work for Marvel. I don't see him criticizing Marvel too much. I'd see him just going off on DC. Liefeld has openly criticized DC in the past. In June, Liefeld predicted DC Comics was going to drive off a cliff. Oh, Rob. Oh, we're in trouble. We're just in trouble. While Liefeld criticized DC Comics, he wasn't against teasing an Image Comics and DC Comics crossover featuring Liefeld's extreme characters. He also revealed he'd been talking to DC Comics about doing a Thundar the Barbarian series. Yeah, he spilled that. I guess that's not going to happen. He would have been good at that. He would have been pretty good at that. So what do you guys think in the chat? Yeah, it was Janis Joplin. Comics don't kill, companies do. Jared Boback says, I think Jim put the halt on his cover since he never fulfilled Brigade. Yeah. Fat Andy says, fuck Rob Liefeld. Paul Mayall said, I thought he quit Twitter. He blocked me. I don't know. I think he's still there, though. I think he's still on Twitter, but I am blocked. So if I see Rob Liefeld's tweets, I see them secondhand. But the thing is, he also blocked John Malin, which strikes me as incredibly weird. I don't know why anybody would block John Malin. That guy's a gentleman. You know. John Malin. He never did anything wrong. Now, let me read some super chats here. And we'll catch right back up with it. I have to admit, I'm thrown by the fact that my internet just keeps going out. It's really bothersome. The MCU is dead. Press F to pay respects. Not a banned account. Thank you for $2. Rodent Slayer. Thank you for $10. Hi, check out my comic on Webtoons, Oi, Tales of Bardic Fury. It's about rock star bards and hippie cult leader druids. Kickstarter for Volume 2 coming up soon. My social media handle is Oh Meow Comics. Charlie's London says, miss you, EVS. Can't stay long. Got to be up at 5 a.m. Well, good night, Charlie's London. Comrade Commissar Yuri, thanks for £1.99. EVS, did you see the Joker leaked footage? There's leaked Joker footage? I don't think I've seen it. Can I just find it if I write leaked Joker footage on YouTube? Sure enough. Joker leaked footage breakdown. Hold on a second. Joker movie thoughts on leaked footage. The Joker plot has leaked. A lot of people saying it's amazing. I mean, look at this, Here we are on YouTube, and it's just like leaked footage 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago. But I don't know if I can find the actual footage itself. Wow. Mecha Random's responding to it, too. It's Joker first leaked footage. That was 11 months ago. Where is it, guys? Do you know? Let me see. Joker never leaks footage on accident. No, Ethan, he's pissing. Photos of a leak. Joker leaking. Footage of a leaking trouser snake. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I think the Joker looks great. I gotta say, this looks like a real movie. This looks like a film. This looks like an actual real film, not just like a popcorn flick. And I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm also enjoying how crazed SJWs are about this. As usual, they're overreacting. Look, these people can have their, weirdo Brie Larson Captain Marvel movie. Why can't they just be happy for us about the Joker? Why can't they just be happy about the Joker movie? I gotta see this. All the footage so far. No, that's not it, though. Hold on a second. I bet if I look for it on Twitter, I'll find it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Joker leaked footage. Oh, no. Yeah, they already got it. They took it down. This media has been disabled. 2 minutes of leaked Joker footage on YouTube right now. Viewer, beware, you're in for a scare. I don't know why I made a Goosebumps reference. Wow, look at this. What did I miss? Shows R-rated scenes. Spoilers, don't watch. Wait, that's not it, though. This is somebody's commentary. Oh, okay. Apparently Joker footage was leaked of the ending with huge spoilers. So what is it? Is it Batman? Is Batman in it? Joker leaked footage. Won't spoil it, but here's the link. Removed by Reddit. Man, did I miss it? Look at this. Look at it. Now I'm upset. Everybody's reacting to it like it's the most amazing thing they've ever seen. Leaked set footage. And this must be it down here. I'm watching it. Whoa. "19 more seconds. This can't be it. This isn't what everybody's talking about. Can you imagine if the Batmobile came around the corner? No, that can't be it. That was no big deal. Don't play it. Channel will be zapped. I saw it today. Okay. Wow. All right, all right, all right. How come I didn't get to see it? Nobody told me about it. I would have loved to have seen that. Okay. So let me keep reading these super chats. Donuts One says, "Oh hey, it's the best comic book artist in the world talking about other stuff. I think I'll listen to pick up kernels of wisdom." Oh, thanks, Donuts One. Jarrett Weaver says, "Is there a Hyde Council tonight?" Yeah, there is. It's going to be on this channel too, and I hope my internet works for it because the High Council isn't something to f with. Not a band accounts that DC died when Jessica Cruz was fridged. R.I.P. Adrian Stone says, "Hey, EVS just joined. So more internet problems." Yeah, seemingly. I really don't know why, Adrian. But we're functioning now. Wow, Atley Mark Offedal, thank you for 500 NOK. He said, "I don't think the Joker will be amazing. Most stuff today is empty calories. Now, I enjoy empty calories in my diet, but not in my culture. Everything today feels like a pale imitation of something better that was once upon a time." I fully agree with you. I completely understand what you're saying. I 100% agree with you. I don't know what it is, but most of these movies that I'm seeing lately just seem phony. They don't seem good. They just seem like a special effects reel. Loosely tied together with a plot. It's not great. Hey, I want to talk about my buddy. I want to talk about my buddy Kyle Ritter. Kyle Ritter has a book called Starblades. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but if you haven't seen Starblades yet, this is one of the most amazing comics that I've ever seen. And Kyle Ritter actually was good enough, and talented enough, goddamn, to produce this amazing trailer for it. Kyle animated this all by himself. He didn't need help. Kyle didn't need help to do this. He sent it my way. Let me just show you this and see how you feel about it. See if this grabs you the way it grabs me. All right, here we go. Darn. It's just amazing. Who wouldn't buy this comic book? This should be a cartoon already. That should be a cartoon. That's fantastic. Kyle's Starblades was sitting at about $75,000 yesterday. People are really starting to take notice of it. And let me see where it's at now. Gave it a little bit of a boost. All right, it's at $80,200. I put the link in the description. I don't know. Kyle's a good pal of mine. He's been with me since like 2010, coloring stuff for me. I didn't know he could do this. Kyle is a deaf mute. It's hard to get him on the channel because he can't hear and he can't speak. So he usually has to have a translator with him. Everybody loves Kyle. He's the sweetest guy. He's the nicest guy. He's the coolest guy. And he's got this. I didn't even know he could draw. He just colors Cyberfrog. I mean, I knew he could draw a little bit, but I didn't know he could draw like this. Look at this. Oh my God. So I want to promote Kyle Ritter. You'll have to excuse me. Sometimes something comes along and you just enthuse about it and you just talk about how great it is. And I think everybody who sees it knows it is. You can't look at this and not realize that it's fantastic. This is a comic book that's worthy of Marvel Comics at its peak. At its absolute peak. And it's all done by Kyle. God bless this dude. I wish the best for him. So he's cruising towards, I think he's going to make 6 figures. I think he's going to get there. But this is a book, honestly, this is a comic book that should have made 7 figures. When I first saw it, I said, this is deserving of 7 figures. To be that talented, to create characters like this, to create superheroes that look this neat, and to do it all by yourself, to be an auteur, to be a young Orson Welles of comics, the way Kyle Ritter is. He deserves so much more. So if you haven't backed this comic book yet, what is it going to take? Like, this guy actually made a cartoon for you. This guy made a cartoon for you, and it's brilliant. What would it take to get you to back Starblades if you haven't at this moment? Fat Andy says that is true Japanimation. Let's see it again. I mean, I hope you don't mind. I want to watch it again. I've watched it like 20 times. I'd watch it again. Boom. Look at swimming. Oh, man. Dude, if you don't like that, you don't like ice cream. Spellbinding. Absolutely spellbinding. Back Starblades Volume 1. This is the kind of thing, some people actually put forward work like that, and you just have to acknowledge it. Be generous with this one. Starblade's main cover, signed. Kyle's going to sign all these. $50, but you can get a main cover that's unsigned for $25. Go all the way down. One of everything. I told him to do this. I said, just give people one of everything. $200. He's got a bunch of different variant covers, and they're all beautiful. They're all by Kyle. Like, all the variant covers are by Kyle. $200. He sold 78 of those. 78 of those. Just one of everything. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's fantastic. I just have to stare at it. I like the way he draws women. They all look kind of British to me. Or French. I don't know what it is. Little tiny mouths. Look at this hair. I just, you see stuff like this, and it's so encouraging. You go, I can do better too. I can do better. I can do more than this. I can do better comics. I want to do better comics because Kyle's doing better comics. When you see people who are doing kind of mediocre stuff, it really does rub off on you, not in a good way. Being around people who are not putting their heart into their work, well, that's kind of catching. That stimulates other people to produce shitty work. But when you're around people who are putting their all into it and they're doing great dynamic work, you feel like you need to work harder. I think that's true. That's definitely true for me. In all cases, when I was at my best, I was around geniuses, absolute geniuses. Working on New X-Men with Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley when I was just 24, 25 years old. You want to talk about a high-pressure situation. How old was I? We're at 26, 27, I don't know. 2001, maybe. That's when I was doing that. That's a high-pressure situation because you're working with somebody who's an absolute genius. Frank Whiteley. His real name's Vince Deegan. Scottish. What a great guy. What an amazing, amazing guy. Also super nice. A lot like Kyle Ritter. Just not a mean bone in his body. And he is turning in work that's inspired. And when you see people who are working and pulling from the depths of their soul and putting it on paper, all you can do is do the same. You've got to do the same. You've got to try harder. And when you are in the state of mediocrity, like the comic book industry is right now, it's just going to inspire more of the same. Just more of the same. More people who are not trying as hard as they could. But man, you've got Kyle Ritter turning in work like this, and what the hell? You have to redouble your efforts. And by the way, Kyle would encourage you to do that. Like, Kyle is the kind of guy who, I give him pages to color and he's just excited about it. Kyle makes my stuff better. And this work here makes me want to work harder to be just as good as Kyle Ritter. That's like, how could you, what a goal to try to stand shoulder to shoulder with this young genius. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly at all. I fully mean it. This work is genius. This is the work of a very, very bright, inspired comic book artist, a young man. And I'm deeply, deeply moved and impressed by it. I didn't know he could. First, okay, we're back. I just thought that nobody could touch Moose. Yeah. And then Kyle comes along, he just improves, he improves, he improves. And soon, because of Moose's attitude problem, and Moose is just slow speed, not interested in really doing anything, I hired Kyle. I said, Kyle, you come in, you can do this full time if you want. And at the time, I wasn't sure. I was like, wow, Moose colored Green Lantern Rebirth, and he really is amazing. Kyle's an up-and-comer. We'll see how he does. But I never thought I'd be working full time with Kyle yet. Kyle comes out swinging. His Cyberfrog colors are from Mars. They're so good. They're so amazing. So not only can Kyle color better than I've ever seen him color now, and by the way, he smokes Moose Bauman. I look at Moose's work now, and I'm like, what is this shit? What is this? Why was I working with this guy? This is not as good as I thought. This isn't as good as I remembered it. Okay, reconnected. It's pretty good. But it wasn't great. It was just pretty good. And then he comes out with Starblades. And it's like, not only is he a much better penciler than me, much better, but his coloring has now improved 100,000 times. And then Kyle comes out and proves that he can animate. And it looks better. It looks better than anything that I've ever seen. It looks so good. It looks like an 80s cartoon, but like a quality one. Japanimation. Yeah, Netflix would be unable to resist. I agree, Sketch Therapy. Thank you for saying that. Kyle is going places. Kyle Ritter is going places, and you have a choice to go along with him. This is his first comic book that he's been doing, that he's done by himself. This is your chance to go along with Kyle Ritter, because if you look at that and you don't see the potential and the love and the power, the creative power and drive of this young man, oh man, how did God bring Kyle Ritter to me? It's just, everything works out. Everything works out. So back this book, back Starblades Volume 1, back it with all your heart. This guy deserves to be at $100,000. He's got 10 days to do it, and I think we can make it happen. So if you guys haven't been paid yet, if you guys are waiting for a paycheck before you can back this comic book, do it, man. Do it for Kyle. Here's a guy with a good heart, a heart of gold. Just a heart of gold. What a sweet guy. A hard-working guy, and a guy who deserves every good thing that comes to him. So you can give it to him. You can give it to him. And this is the thing. I am not at all ashamed to shill. Shill isn't even the right word. Shill means to kind of promote things that, I care about this book. This book looks fantastic. I don't mind telling you. This is the greatest book that Comicsgate has put out yet. You can just tell. You could just feel it. Yeah, this has all kinds of potential. This is going to go as far as Kyle wants to take it. And Kyle is going to go as far as Kyle wants to go. Yeah. Absolutely love this guy. So do what you can. Share this link. Share the link around. The link's in the description, by the way. If you just click on the little arrow beneath the screen, click on that. There's the link to this and also my Vampirella book. Click on those, and you will have you'll have the link to be able to back either one of these campaigns. And I recommend you back Starblades Volume 1. You can back Vampirella too. This is mine. This is Vampirella Red Foil variant. I extended it for another month. I just felt like it. Thought it'd be fun. It's at $39,514. I could have ended it and just left it as an in-demand store, but I don't know. The only reason you're supposed to leave it funding, really, is if you haven't met your goal yet. You can just renew it for another 30 days or whatever. And just take another 30 days to get towards your fixed goal. Obviously, we're at our fixed goal, but I think I'm going to renew it for another 30 days. Just see what happens. I'll promote it a little bit more. And the thing about it is that, I'm talking to Dynamite. Dynamite's like, well, is this campaign going to work? I'm like, look, as soon as these guys get Cyberfrog Blood Honey, as soon as they get their Cyberfrog Blood Honey comics, everything's going to blow up. It's just a matter of people getting their Blood Honey comics. They need to get Cyberfrog in their hands. And it's been way too long, and it's been a long road, and I've had too many little disappointments along the way. So have you guys. But Cyberfrog Blood Honey's happening. It's coming. Today I finally got the word. I have an official date. It is going to be here this week, without question. No more delays, and it's being overnighted from Canada. And I can't wait. I really can't wait till it's here. It's been done forever. I've read it 100 times. I can't wait till you guys get to see it. I will be doing live streams. I will be sending it to you live. You'll see me pack it. You'll see me sign it live. We will probably do a live reading. Maybe in a month. We'll do a live reading in a month once everybody has their books. But I'm excited about it. Many disappointments, many little disappointments. This was not easy to put together. It's just crushing. It's so hard. It's so hard to wait for this. And it took a long time to draw. I really started drawing it in August of last year. I'd doodled it, I'd have little bits and pieces of it here and there. But I really, really started drawing it last August. And, it was just so much inspiration. There's so much that I wanted to do that I didn't get to do with it. There's so much that had to get put off until Wrecked Planet. And it ended up taking, I drew it from August to May. August of 2018 to May 2019. Finally finished it. And I think it's good. This is the thing. When you spend August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 10 months on a comic book, I hope it's good. I think it's the best thing I've ever done. I think so. I think it is. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. It's the first chapter of a big story about overcoming, about having a purpose, and failing at it. About not kind of meeting your goals, not doing as well as you should again. Okay, we're reconnected again. But it's about so much. It's about things that are important to me. A lot of stuff all tied into this little book about a frog. I don't know. I've never been so stressed out about a comic before. Ever. It's never, comics have never meant that much to me. No one comic I've ever done, and that includes, Sinestro Corps War, Green Lantern Rebirth, Flash Rebirth. None of these comics meant as much to me as this one does. If any of those books had failed, I kind of would have been like, wow, that's weird. I would have been disappointed, but, Yeah, this one means everything. You know, it's just it's personal. You know, these books are personal. Yeah. John W says YouTube is freezing a lot lately. I think it's my internet. I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening, but it is. You know. Rexroot says the anticipation is killing me. Me too. Me too. Anyway, yeah, that wasn't, I was meant to just, I really wanted to hype up Kyle Ritter. I didn't want to talk so much about me, but I really wanted to hype up Kyle Ritter's Starblades and let you guys know that this book's great. This book deserves your support. And I think Kyle Ritter is somebody who's worthy of it. Like Kyle's worthy of, Kyle's worthy of it. Whatever you want to put into this comic, however much you want to back it, your money is going to a good place. Hey, Narwhal's here. All right, I'm going to read your chats. You guys can ask me questions if you like, and just kind of, yeah. Nerfclack says, Cyberfrog, this time it's personal. Hixie123 says, what's happening with the comic? Okay, so what's happening with the comic is that it's finished. It is bound, and it is coming this week. It's going to be shipped from Canada to here to the United States, and it's guaranteed to be here Friday. And I was told it was probably going to be here last week, and it wasn't here last week. And then I was told it was going to be here this week, and this time I've got a guarantee that it's going to be here. So I'm pretty excited about it, and all that stuff. 0451-208 says, weird, trying to back the book, but Indiegogo keeps telling me my zip code is invalid. That is weird. Here's the thing about Indiegogo, guys. Go back and make sure that your addresses are correct, because we are shipping. We are going to fulfillment. Make sure your addresses are correct. But another thing that I want to say is, if you're in an apartment complex, make sure that your apartment number is there. Because I've had a couple of Vampirella Cyberfrog books get returned to me because the unit number wasn't listed. Make sure all of that stuff is clear, so that we can make this fulfillment quick. It is 17,000 comics that are going to go out. I'm going to be signing these comics. I swear to God, I'm going to cry all through it. I'm a man of emotion. It's like, look, this means a lot to me. Moises Hernandez says, can you promise us, Daddy? Yes, I promise you this time. Absolutely. Your zip code is invalid because you live on Pluto, says Kibble1. Hixie123 says, cheers, Ethan. Didn't get a notification for the stream. That's weird. I didn't even make a video yet today. I'm making a video for, I'll do this later on tonight. Making a video review of Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb, which came. Adrian Stone says, Dark Roast Stream ETA. Let's do it tomorrow. So all members of the chat, Adrian Stone taught me how to make sure that only people who are members who have joined the channel will get a link to come and be a part of the private Dark Roast stream for members only. So tomorrow, let's do that tomorrow around 5 o'clock. Tonsil Chunk says moist eyes. Roxham says don't cross the streams. Wenhu says congrats on the comic, Ethan. Yeah. Mr. CPU says, what dummy forgets they live in an apartment? Matthew Fowler says, why was Mike so pissy today? We can talk about Mike S. Miller if we want, Adrian Stone says, nice. Mike is pissy because, somebody, when people ask me a question in a live stream, I will answer it to the best of my ability. Late last night on a Cecil live stream, somebody asked me why they hadn't seen Mike around lately on my channel. And I said that Mike made a few choices that I think he knew were going to upset me, and he did it anyway. After the conversation on Nick Ricada's stream that I had with Doug TenNapel, conversation in quotes, it was a kind of a rough fight, kind of an argument that we had. We ended that by going, look, we're not going to agree. The two of us aren't going to agree. But let's, rather than continue to fight, let's just keep our names out of each other's mouths and just move on. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to hurt you. Doug feels the same way. I don't want to hurt Doug. Doug doesn't want to hurt me. So let's just leave it alone and let our fans heal. Let us heal. Let the fans heal. And then just try to move forward without fighting. And right after that, Mike decided to do a 3-part video series about it, basically an EFAP of our fight, which caused a lot of problems, which hurt some feelings. And I told Mike not to do it. And he did it anyway. And so because of that, I am, angry with Mike. I don't like it. I don't like that. I think that was a kind of a cruel thing to do, considering the situation, considering the fact that it was already awkward. There was a lot of pain in Comicsgate, and we were trying to fix it. I didn't think that was the time to go and make a 3-part video series documenting who was right and who was wrong, step by step. My wife saw it, didn't like it. My wife saw it and cried and said that, Mike's not your friend. And I watched a little bit of it, and I kind of concurred. So that's what's going on. It makes me sad, but this is the way things go. I want people to succeed. My entire goal in this, my entire goal with Comicsgate, is to help people to do well. And I don't need to do this. The idea that Comicsgate is a club, that or a band in which I need to be surrounded by other professionals all the time. I don't think that's the case. I don't think I really need to do that, and I don't think that was ever my intention. I want loyal friends. I want good and loyal friends who care about me and want to see me do well. If you want to see me do well, I want to see you do well too. And I'll devote a lot of my time and energy to making sure that you do. I invite people on this stream using my platform to see to it that they can reach the most people possible. And all you have to do in return for that is you don't have to swear fealty to me. There's a lot of nonsense going around. You don't have to swear fealty. Just support your fellow professionals. In return for that, in return for whatever exposure I can give you to help your book to succeed, what I would like you to do is actually pay it forward by promoting your brothers and your sisters in this business. People who are trying to get their books noticed, grow your own platform. You see people who have, whenever you see somebody advertising their own project, retweet it. Be excited about it. Get excited about other people's work and make other people spread that enthusiasm. Spread that joy. When it comes to Comicsgate, this is a group. This is a guild. We look at each other. We protect each other. We should be protecting each other from bad actors, from poor business practices, from the big two, from people with corrupt politics, from people who actually want to hurt us and make it so that we can't make money in this business and support our families. My number one goal from the start with this was just to make it possible for people to feed their families because they've been blacklisted from this business. People who have spent their lives learning to draw comics, or people who want to learn to draw comics. We could actually together help one another grow and be able to make a living within Comicsgate. That requires everybody to grab an oar and row, like John Malin says. Everybody has to help. Everybody has to pitch in. We have givers. Everybody needs to be a giver. Everybody can't just be a taker. Everybody has to give and take. And if you have been given a lot by this community, by this wonderful, wonderful fan base, by this customer base, you need to give back. And it doesn't cost anything to give back except for your own time, love, and energy. And you need to do that. Comicsgate is not about drama. Comicsgate isn't about hurting one another. It's not about who wins or loses. It's not about who gets the most. It's about helping one another to succeed. And everybody's going to succeed at their own level. But we're all going to succeed much, much better if we work together as a team. So when I have, when I do my Comicsgate live streams, I have 6 or 7 people on there. I promote their comics, and then when the show is over, I tell these guys in private, I tell them, you guys are brothers and sisters. You need to do everything that you can to promote each other. Stay positive. Get out there, promote each other's work. It's important that you do that. Like you see, somebody bragging about how they've just reached 5 figures for the first time. Retweet that. Talk about how great that is. Talk about how exciting that is. Grow. Share and grow. And that's how Comicsgate grows. That's how Comicsgate protects itself. That's how Comicsgate becomes something that's sustainable. And that is the future, and that's what I want to be a part of. That's what I do every day. It's what I want to do every single day. I don't need to do this. I think at this point I have a big enough YouTube channel, and enough people know who I am because I've been working in comics for 26 years that I don't really need to help anyone. I don't need to. The truth is, when it comes to companionship, I need my family. It's like I'm so busy, I don't really have a lot of time to play around. But what I want to do, what I want to have been said about me, what do you want your legacy to be? How do you want people to remember you? Okay, I want people to remember me as somebody who got kicked down to the ground for my politics, somebody who got kicked down and utterly destroyed, somebody who was demonized, somebody who was defamed, demeaned, destroyed by the SJW media. And then I want somebody to say, Ethan got back up again and built something. And he built something so strong and so powerful that a lot of other people were able to rise. And cancel culture could never again destroy the lives of creative people. Never again. So we can do that together. We can't do that individually. Me just selling Cyberfrog, me selling you guys Rainbow the Brute, that's not going to do anything. That's just going to mean Ethan got up. Ethan got back up on his feet and he did fine. And I always knew I was going to. I prayed about that. God made it clear to me that I was going to be just fine. That's not what I want to do. I really want to do something bigger. I want to cancel culture within comics. And that should be the ultimate goal of Comicsgate. To make it so that, I'm sorry, it's not the choice of 12 weirdos in comics and all of their weird Whisper Network campaigns. Those people don't decide. Those people do not decide who gets to work in comics and who doesn't. We do. The customers do. And Comicsgate does. We get to decide. Come to us and we'll fix it. Come to us. Bring your talent, bring your skill, bring your love, bring your hope, and bring your energy, bring your tireless energy to create and promote. I swear to God, like the last 2 years, my hair's turned white. My beard's turned white. This is what happens to presidents. I have gotten old. I'm fighting this fight, but I'm not going to stop. I'm never going to stop. People who don't want to be a part of this can go. You can go. I hope you got what you needed. Take what you need and go. I don't mind being somebody who is, people say you're so naive. You let people use you. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. These are my principles. Everybody talks about having principles. These are my principles. My principles don't just change because I've been let down a few times. My principles are and will forever be, I'm going to use every bit of my energy and strength to cancel culture in comics. That's what I want on my tombstone. That's what I want people to say about me when I die. I helped a lot of people. And I made great comics that were fun. So I don't want to get into fights with people. I don't want to have big dramatic blowouts. If you ask me what's wrong, I'll tell you what's wrong. Gray hair is sad, says Jedi Knight and friend Walita. That's okay. I don't mind getting old. I like it. But I will not. I just won't stop. I just won't stop. This is what it is. This is what it is. And people can say Ethan thinks he's the leader of Comicsgate. No, I don't. But I think I'm a facilitator of Comicsgate. I'm here to help. I don't want anything. Don't offer me money. Don't offer me anything. I don't want anything from you except, retweet my campaign too. Be a part of this. Be a part of why this works. Don't be a part of why this could fail. Be a part of why this works. If you want to do something for me, look at Oddity by Sean Sweeney. Retweet it. Talk about how cool it looks. It's another Frog book. You want to do something for me? Eric Weathers has a great comic book called Flying Fortress. Retweet it. Talk about it. Back it. If you want to thank me, Monster MD, one of the best books that we're putting out. Retweet it. Retweet Kyle Ritter. Talk about it. Back these comics. Tell other people to back them. That's what I want. The denim shirt is very Joyzy. Yeah. I've worn denim shirts since I was like a teenager. I like it. So that's how I feel. That's what's going on in my head. That's what goes on in my heart. And it hurts, man. I'm telling you, doing this hurts. There are people who want to destroy me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why do these people exist? Why, unless you're actually an enemy who wants SJW Comics to succeed and everyone else to fail. Unless you're a psychopath who's training in the gym every single day to beat up on people who vote for Trump. I don't know why you would want me to fail. I don't know what that gets anyone. If you care about comics, if you care about this, we should all be helping each other. I'm a loudmouth. I understand. I'm a big mouth, and I have a big YouTube following. I'm grateful for you guys every single day. This is the way we're going to succeed. Other people kind of branch off. You look at guys like Mitch Breitweiser, and I love Mitch Breitweiser because, like, Mitch just said, I need to be on your show a little bit. I need to raise some money for Red Rooster, and then I'm going to go do my thing. And I'm like, boom. Mitch Breitweiser, help other people when you can. And he will. And that's what I love about him. He's going to do that. He's trying to build his own company. He doesn't need anything from me anymore. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see people take what they need, grow, support this movement, support other people. Tell more people about it. Tell your friends. Sarah Whiskey says, let's boost Kyle Ritter to 6 figures, young lady. Back Starblades. The link is in the description. Thank you, Sarah Whiskey. That's exactly right. Doc S says, super harem EBS. Oh my gosh, Matt Wenger. Matt Wenger's a big star. It's waiting to happen. I've been talking about Wenger. Guy's fantastic. All right, let me read some super chats here. Sorry for going off like that, but you get me on a topic like that, and I'm going to talk about it. I really, truly, you feel this stuff in my heart. Let's see. Automata says, is that trailer the cure for erectile dysfunction? Yeah, it is. It's that good. Red Gaze says, bring Kyle on a live drawing stream. I don't do too many of those anymore. I guess I will once Cyberfrog is out. I'll probably do a couple more live drawing streams. But I don't really do them. I find them boring. Here's the thing about doing drawing videos. They're painful to watch. They're not good viewing. You need to tape them beforehand. So what I would want to do is say, hey, let's draw Cyberfrog. Here's how to do it. We're going to draw these shapes, and then you'll see me draw it in fast forward. Just see me draw it in time lapse. Stop. Talk about what we're going to do next. Time lapse. The whole drawing experience should take 10 minutes to show you how to draw a drawing. When people are extending out these live streams that take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, some people really like it. It's not something that I want to put on my channel. I need these videos to be quick lessons that people can enjoy, whether they want to actually learn to do the drawing or not. Just to watch me do it, let's do it quick. So that's those would be the drawing streams that I would do. Kyle is probably, if you ask Kyle Ritter to do live drawing and then do time lapses, he probably would. And those would be very, very interesting. Bobby Sharp says, watching on Roku, it looks spectacular in 65 inches. Yeah. That trailer looks amazing. Mazamonti says, Uncle E, can you wish my nephew Ronan Montgomery happy birthday? Well, Ronan, happy birthday. She says, it was on September 3rd, overshadowed by my mom's funeral on the 4th. I got him a Cyberfrog, of course. Oh, thank you, Maza. I'm sorry about your mom. Atley Mork Offdell says, just backed my Kyle Ritter copy. Looks amazing. Thank you so much for that. Trencher1375 says, I believe in Kyle Ritter. Identity Crisis says, any chance of a rough cut perk? And we're back. Damascus Steel says, how big was Cyberfrog in the 90s? Ever get noticed in Wizard or anything like that? Yes, Cyberfrog was in Wizard a few times. How big was it? It was small. The first issue sold 80,000 copies, which sounds like a lot in this day and age. In the 90s, in 1996, that was a failure. That was a failed book. We were hoping for 200,000. So 80,000 was not good. And it was in Wizard, et cetera, but it never really sold all that well. I was a newbie. Nobody knew who I was. But Wizard started to pick up and notice me when I started working at DC. Atley Mork Oftdow says, I'm surprised you put your fate in Canadian hands. Not real MAGA, not MAGA at all. Lucifer Love Monkey says, me and Bobby McGee was written by Chris Christopherson. Check out his version. It's superior. Mr. CPU says, what dummy forgets they live in an apartment? Downshift says, hey, Uncle E, please never get to the point where you think you can pick and choose your customers. I can't take much more of this. No, I'm not going to get to that point at all. I think that's a quick way to lose money. Now people are like, do you think Cyberfrog 2 or Rainbow Brood is going to do as well as Cyberfrog 1? I don't know how it could. Cyberfrog 1, the way that I sold it was unique, and I don't know if it's repeatable. But people go, here's the thing, like that book has made $881,000. I don't need $881,000 to make a comic book. Thank you. If I can get $881,000 again, I'd love to have it, but I don't need it. I'm hoping that Rainbow Brute will be successful enough to do what I want to do with it, to create the perks that I want to create, which includes scratch and sniff stickers, the briefcase that it's going to go in, like the steel briefcase, and the little PVC figure, and then a Rainbow Dazzler cover for Rainbow Brute. That's what I want. And also a sticker book. I'm going to do this sticker book for Bro White. Bro White's going to be one of those coloring sticker books. Like, it's just going to be big images of fat Bro White, like, gaming on his couch, in various poses. And then the little dwarf women will be stickers that you can... It'll be like color forms. You can place them all around him, serving him in various ways. I think that's going to be very funny. So I hope I have enough money to make that stuff, but I don't need to make $800,000. We'll just keep our fingers crossed. A good way to ensure that you come close to making enough money to do what you want is to not tell your customers that you don't care about them. And I do care about you guys greatly. So, just know that. Wackadoo Frog says, big fan, check your DMs about something Sopranos. Oh, I will. There's a Sopranos con happening in New Jersey that I'm going to go to. I think it's like in October. Adrian Stone says, I was going to make a Dark Roast channel bug, but I may have left it too late. If it's something you'd like, let me know. I would like it. Atley Mork Offdell says, as I told Nerdrotic, The Last Jedi led me to you and your friends. Thank you, Ms. Ryan Roundhead. Thank yous, EVS. Well, thank you, Atley. I'm glad to have you here, and thanks for all the super chats. Prick13 says, Hail Caesar, was going through my Indiegogo contributions, and it says my Cyberfrog contribution for the Chromium cover was refunded. I didn't refund. What happened? All right, well, Prick13, look, I'm printing, let's see. I am printing 8,000 of the Cyberfrogs, and I'm printing 3,000 of the Salamandroids. And I think I'm going to have like 1,000 left over of the Cyberfrogs and like 700 left over of the Salamandroids. So, and that's once we make sure that everybody gets theirs undamaged. That looks to be the order that I'm receiving. So, I will be able to get you a Chromium cover somehow. Just let me know. I'll make sure that you guys can get, if you missed out. Obviously, I want to sell, I want to make more money. So, let me know if you want to buy one. Well Hung in Dung says, leaving the stream up lets us non-US enjoy it later. Yeah, I know. The problem is that it kills my. I'm telling you, when I have too many live streams up, it absolutely kills my channel. YouTube's brutal. They're not fair. They don't like it when you have 3-hour streams up that people kind of watch for 15 minutes and then click away from. It does damage to your channel. But I leave these up as long as I can. I take them down for a while. I put them back up, etc., etc. $2 message retracted, but thank you. Peter Armstrong, thanks for a £1.99. Says Mike and Edwin condemn drama but perpetuate it. I don't want. Yeah, let me make something clear. These guys are always saying you need to keep drama going in order to make money. No, I don't. I need topics to discuss. Honestly, I need Star Wars things to happen. I need things in comics to happen. I need basically what I need to make money at YouTube is I need other sites, news sites, to give me interesting stories to make fun of. I don't need to fight with my peers. It's the last thing I need. It makes me feel sick to my stomach when I have to. And the thing is, it's like, Edwin, I don't want to fight with Edwin. I don't understand why Edwin doesn't agree with me. It doesn't make any sense. I've never heard Edwin. I've never drawn Edwin having sex with other men, and he's he's promoting these guys who have. I mean, I don't understand. I do not understand any of this. And Mike is someone who I was deeply, deeply concerned with. I was concerned about his family. I was concerned about his well-being. Mike is not concerned about mine, and I'm letting it go. I'm just hereby, I'm relieving myself of that feeling that I have a responsibility to him. I don't think he I feel that way. He said, "I'm not your little brother." He said, "I don't value your input." And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. Okay, all right. Adam Post says we're gonna cancel culture in comics. That's right. Prick 13 says, "Never mind. I see what happened. Hail Caesar, hail war campaign." Okay, good. I hope you found your. Your order. Matt Wenger says, "I was thinking about backstabbing everyone in a couple of weeks. Let me know if you need anything before my heel turn." I love Matt Wenger. Atlay Mork Ofdal says, "Credit to you. I fear and despise Donald Trump, but not for SJW reasons. But I love listening to you, man. I appreciate you." Thank you. Yeah, we disagree. People are going to disagree around here, but it's not important. And honestly, I want people to know who I am so that they're not surprised by it. When people go, "He's a Trump supporter," it's like, yeah, I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote for whatever Republican candidate is running, pretty much. Trump is currently the president. He's a Republican, so I'm for Trump. But I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm not going to get on here and be Fox News. I'm not going to talk about what's going on in current events, because that's going to rub people the wrong way. Just know who I am. And know that much, so it doesn't alarm you if you hear it somewhere else. And if you're cool with that, I'm cool with you, and we're going to get along just fine. Dwayne Zapan says, "I got my auction piece from Rob. It's awesome." Lay Munoz says, "What does a publisher do exactly for comic creators? I'm thinking about alternative distribution. Will they be my publisher too?" Okay, so what a publisher would do is they would take your pages. They would edit them. You get an editor. They would assemble your work. They would kind of do all the corralling, get the lettering together, do it all, put it together, and send it over to printing. They would choose the printer. They would get you a price for how much it would cost to print the book. They would get the books shipped back to you. And I guess, alternative distribution uses the direct market. So they would make sure that those books got sent to Diamond, which would send them to the comic shops. It would make your life so much easier to go with Alterna if you could. But you might lose a little money. They're going to take a little money from you. So you got to kind of do the little balancing act there. My thing is, if you're a newbie and Alterna wants to publish you and distribute you, go with them, but keep your ears open and learn something. Ask them questions and see if you can figure out how to do it for yourself in the future. Gimprider66 says, "I'd like to learn to do Kirby fingers and toes." Ash and Jackal says, "Hey Ethan, how long does it take to get a replacement Vampy cover? Just wondering, because it's been more than a month since you said you reported it." Let me check into that, Ash and Jackal. I'm not entirely sure. My fulfillment center is supposed to do all the replacements, and let me double check on that today. Today I'll do it. Kenny Jones says, "This community has given me more than I can ever give back, but I will try my hardest to do so. I'm a customer, but I feel like I'm a Comicsgater." Customers are Comicsgaters, Obviously, that's Defixio says you should make a streams channel you upload your old streams to. That way non-US can appreciate them without damaging Comic Artist Pro secrets. That's a good idea. I've thought about it. Absolutely thought about it. Identity Crisis says, missed my super chat about rough cuts. Let me scroll back and see if I can find it. There you are. Any chance of a rough cut? Yeah, I answered this. Any chance of a rough cut perk or plans for how to create your own indie comic the Comicsgate way? Take my money. Yeah, that's an idea that somebody else could run with. I don't think I would do that. But, I mean, look, here's the thing. Somebody could pay attention and write that kind of a book and solicit it, and, Indiegogo it and probably do pretty well. That's a good idea for someone else to do. How to create your own indie comic the Comicsgate way. Absolutely. There are a lot of guys who could do that really well. Let's see. Rob Rist says, damn, I can't pimp John Malin. Well, I tried. Hank Spectrum says, I try to like everyone, all creators, but all the unique groups and factions, but I guess that's impossible. No, you don't have to pay attention to any of this. I don't want people to fight. Identity Crisis says, stream must have gone down on me. Yeah, it's done that a bunch of times. It hasn't been good. Carson Depp says, have you started signing Cyberfrog books yet? ETA. No, I haven't signed any of them yet. They are coming Friday. They're coming Friday, and that is when I will sign them. I have officially officialized that word. And it's not me. Obviously, this is stuff that I'm all right. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it too much. But in any case, Friday, I'm going to be at the Fulfillment Center. I will be signing comics, and we will be making videos about it. These things are going to be going out Friday. The Buzz General says, "You're a good man. Never stop helping people. What would Jesus do?" Jesus would forgive, and I forgive. I guess I forgive. But yeah, it's tiring, man. It really is tiring. I think everybody has like their own ego. Everyone has their own. Everybody wants to kind of feel like they're in charge of their own lives, and I think everybody should feel like that. And if they're made to feel like they aren't, then they're not happy about it. That's the thing. Guys, I swear to you, look at this. More lies. Sure. It's coming, guys. It's coming. You've got to just be patient. You are going to see. People Circus says, lick a random book or two. You want to. I will do that if you'd like me to. Can I make my own Cyberfrog with a frog and an Arduino? What's an Arduino? Difficult Bastard says, does EVS have a statue of Matt Jarbo in the background? Kind of looks like him. Yeah. Let's see. When should UK buyers of Vampirella? I don't know if you've gotten it yet. Expect their comic. Well, you should have it pretty soon if you don't have it already. Matt Wenger says, are you more sick of schemes or the scams? I'm sick of schemes and scams. They're ridiculous. Let's see. Doc S says, my debut novel will be up on Amazon perhaps next week. The Last Warpiper. A soldier uses flame-throwing bagpipes on the assassin clan that murdered his kin and comrades. Yeah. What is an Arduino? Exterminator says, please don't lick the book. Save your energy for the butter in Mark Wade's fridge. Sean Crummell says, does it ever get easier? I don't know. What? The publishing comics? I hope so. It better, because this was a bitch and a half. It's crazy. Red Gay says, it's coming. Calm down. Yeah, it is. I don't even know what to say. I hear stuff from, it's like, hey, the book is on the way. And it's just like, it'll be here this week. And then, no, I'm sorry. It's not. It's going to be here next week. It's no fun. Neil says, not yet, but cheers for the reply, EVS. Can't wait, buddy. Okay, I hope it gets there soon. Hey, EVS, what's up with Zach? He doesn't upload as much anymore. I think he uploads at least once a day. Zach is, I don't know. Zach is a man of mystery, and I really haven't talked to him very much recently. Last I heard, he was in Europe. He was on vacation, and I don't know if he's back yet or what. I've been so busy. He's been so busy. He might be in the chat now. I hope he's okay. Yeah. What does "go to the news, old man" mean? Says Jamie Urban. Go to the news, old man. All right. Let's see. Mr. CPU says save streams on second channel, you boomer. I don't know how to do it. You guys, you assume I know how to do anything. Checkpoint says he needed a break from us. And Mr. CPU points out that Zach constantly uploads. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Like, I feel like Zach has a new upload every single day. Maybe more than one. Vince Garrett. Heard a rumor. Cyberfrog's coming out sometime between September and the end of next epoch. Hopefully it'll be closer to September. This is so painful. It really is painful. It's awful. It's the worst thing in the world. It's so embarrassing. Let's see. Silent Dreamland says EVS isn't old. He's in his prime. Yeah. Is this my prime? Dawson Document says Ethan, documentary soon. Should I do a documentary about all of this? Like a Comicsgate documentary? I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be kind of fun, except I didn't record it all. The thing about Comicsgate is that it was weird. And there was always something new. There was always some new horrible thing that happened every single day. And I remember when it was happening, it was like, oh, you want this to happen. You need this for your outrage bucks. None of us wanted any of that to happen. None of us wanted anything that happened with Comicsgate to happen. The reasons why Comicsgate existed, we didn't want. Every day, all the time, having the comic industry kind of chase and hound you, we didn't want. I didn't want to be threatened by my peers to denounce your boy Zach at the expense of my reputation and my standing in that community. I didn't want any of that. I didn't want articles written about me in the Daily Beast. I didn't want Bleeding Cool saying I'm not a Nazi, but wink, wink. I didn't want any of that. It sucked. Threatened, like literally having people send you real death threats that are specific about where you're going to be. Kicking in pizza shop windows, after you've appeared there. No, I don't want that. That's not anything that I want. None of this has really been anything that I wanted to happen. But you know what? It's all about making the best of it. While it was happening, I wish I'd kept a journal, because sometimes Zach and I'll talk and we'll remember something that we forgot. And it's like, oh my God, remember when that happened? Oh shit. Like, Comicsgate was a new weirdo trying to get attention every single day in a way that, was hostile. Zach was always afraid somebody was going to hurt him. People were threatening him. Zach was always considering suing people. It was always awful. And Bird of Bloodhaven says sexy as fuck. I know, thank you. Don't you remember that? I mean, do you remember, every single day? And the thing that I really don't like about it is that Zach got so worried about things that he took down a lot of his videos. And ultimately, I guess that's it's like, well, he's protecting himself. Well, yeah, but I mean, I need that stuff for historical interest, like Zach fighting with people, Zach pointing out what was happening to him and doing it with outrage. Being outraged that these people who are so much more powerful than him were plotting to destroy him, to commit acts of violence against him. For doing what? For calling Max Visaggio a man in a wig? A Party City wig? Made Zach backpedal on all that stuff. For calling Heather Antos a cum dumpster because she tried to destroy his life. I mean, this is the thing. Like, they have a way of framing the narrative. SJWs can frame a narrative and get you caught up in it. It's like Comicsgate now has gotten so big that they can no longer control the narrative. You know, this channel is big enough. Zach's channel is big enough that we can actually tell the truth. You know, so there's a lot less of the bullshit. There's a lot less weirdos out there. There are a lot fewer Daryl Ayos. You know, a lot fewer Kwanzers. A lot fewer Heather Antoses opening their mouth. A lot fewer Mark Wades. And when Mark Wade pops up, we hammer him right back down again. You know, like the game of whack-a-weirdo he is. Because we can control the narrative now, just like they do. We're able to actually get the truth out there, offer proof, show a much bigger crowd what they're up to. When they tweet and call Zach a white supremacist, the best of them might get 800 retweets or whatever, or favorites. We respond, and we get 80,000 views. We're much bigger than them. Much, much bigger than them. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, we have, Comicsgate does have the power now, you know, to kind of do what we want to do, to say what we want to say, to sell our own comics. And they can't just stop us as easily as they were able to just a year ago. Whack-a-weirdo, yeah. My on-the-fly commentary. Where's that Mark Wade 911 call, says a Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah, for real. Well, we were told it existed, you know. And the Nick Recato looked for it. The township couldn't find it. They lost it. We had the record of it. We had the police report. And we could not, they were not able to find the 911 call at the police station. Rezukai says, hey, EVS, are you going to have Ichibaka on a stream to promote his Indiegogo book? His site's been a good resource for a lot of vids. Yeah, Ichibaka has been invited on my channel so many times. I'm a big fan of his. I don't know how to do it because I think he values his anonymity, and I don't know if he wants to come on and talk. I don't know if he wants to expose himself in any way. But Ichibaka is always invited, and if he wanted to, him, Data Racer 117, these guys are the real journalists of Star Wars. And if either one of them wanted to come on here and hang out, they could definitely do it, you know. I would love that. Kung Fu says, EVS, were you singing Ain't Nothing Gonna Take My Pie? No Andrea, rice cakes, slow me down? Andrew's trying to keep me on that diet. Yeah. So, I mean, Ichibaka is great. I would love to talk to him, like, in real, because we talk in private all the time. You know, what would Ichibaka be like in real life? I don't know. I almost don't want to know. This is the worst ever. Okay, I think we're back. I love it. Who knows? Boomer.net. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You know. Jersey needs better internet. I don't know why this is happening. This doesn't normally happen. My live streams are pretty smooth lately. You know. Let's see. Let me see what I missed. How's Angel Filthy doing? EVS, says Angela. Angel Filthy. Oh, the transgender. What was that person's name? What was that trans woman's name who came on here? I can't remember now. It was something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen that person. But you know, I'm looking at the chat waiting for somebody to remind me. Oh, Alexis Filth. That's what it was. Yeah, I haven't seen Alexis Filth in a while, but my conversation with Alexis Filth went okay as far as I'm concerned. Alexis Filth just came in here and, you know, people said, why are you doing that? And I kind of said, you know, in a way, if any anti-Comicsgate or if any one of these people who's constantly talking about Comicsgate and is kind of a lunatic about it wants to come on the channel, I kind of want him to come on the channel because Twitter protects these people. You know, Twitter protects these people because it's only their words that get shown. Bring these people out into the light and let normal people take a look at them. and then see where all of this Comicsgate is full of Nazis. Yeah, why don't you take a look at the people who are saying Comicsgate is full of Nazis, and then look at John Mayle, and then look at me. Look at us, and then look at them. And I'm telling you, these are people, these are weirdos. In real life, they're weirdos. The things that they say are weird. They shouldn't be listened to. They should be ignored. So that's why most of them don't want to come on a live stream. That's why it was so weird when Renfamous went live. Remember when Renfamous went on a live stream with Kevin Logan? And it was the first time that we actually saw Renfamous for real. And she was like a stuttering, fat, weird mess. And you just realize it's like, this is a severely mentally ill human being. It's like that they're ill. And they sound great on Twitter, but in real life, one senses illness about them, which is why they need to stay on Twitter and not come on YouTube. It's the opposite for me. On Twitter, I seem mentally ill. In real life, I'm better. Monkey Jeeva says, EVS looking like Harvey Firestein. I don't look like Harvey Firestein. Cyborg Valkyrie says, Hail Caesar, thank you for the shout out for Kyle earlier. Of course. Oh, let me look. Let's find out how Kyle's campaign is doing. If anybody bought it, I'd appreciate seeing a little bit of an update there. Look at that, $81,385. Kyle's rocking it. Yeah, just a little bit away, just 18,000 and change away from hitting that six figures. And in 10 days, I'm sure we can do it, If I talk about it every single day, and you all do too, I think we can get Kyle to six figures pretty easily. I hope so. I want to see that happen. Kyle's done a lot for me. And you know what? He never complains. I send him pages, and he's just like, okay, this looks great. Let me hook it up. And he does. He sends it back, and he's added to them. He's made them better in every single way. I really, man, I want to see Cyberfrog Blood Honey print really, really well. The proof copies we have over here are dark. I mean, they just seem dark to me because they're digitally printed. And they said, don't worry about that. It won't be the same. When you get the real thing, it's not going to be the same. I hope they do Kyle's colors justice. Let's see. I'm going to just keep reading you guys. We've got like 1,110 people in here, so I'll hang out with you guys for a little while. Where's the High Council tonight? It's right here, Michael Penirelli. It's going to be right here on this channel. Angela says, Renfamous brought people to Comicsgate. I think you're right about that. Ryan says, what's happening to DC? I joined late. What's happening to DC is just, it's a little bit oblique, but AT&T, they have a hedge fund that is looking to consolidate and to get rid of excess stuff, excess baggage. And if you want to see excess baggage that AT&T has acquired in its purchase of Warner Media, you're looking at DC Comics. They're going to have a meeting on October 29th to discuss that. There will be firings, okay? People are going to be fired after October 29th's meeting. Will that be DC Comics people? I don't know. I kind of feel like it's inevitable. So we'll see what happens. That's the DC Comics story, and we went over that earlier in the stream. Ray says, how long does it take to print 17 pages? Yeah. Jabba the Cuck says, yeah, right. Ethan's going to pass out again. And I'll be up. Your internet is just fine. EBS is giving you false warnings. Oh, okay. What's a hedge fund? A hedge fund is a group of really, really wealthy investors that get together and invest a lot of money in high risk, high reward situations. This particular hedge fund is known as Elliott, from what I understand. They've invested $3.8 billion in AT&T, and therefore their voices ring loud and clear. So they are people who are demanding that AT&T make changes to improve on their return. And that is going to involve making some changes, cutting some fat. And it's going to be scary. Yeah. So that's what it is. And Dino Palacio says, Ethan heard that from Cecil. No, I knew what a hedge fund was. Cecil described it a little bit differently than me. Let's see. Lethal Diva defines hedge fund: a limited partnership of investors that use high-risk methods, such as investing with borrowed money in hopes of realizing large capital gains. Correct. Matt Kudnause says, when is Cyberfrog shipping EVS? This Friday it begins. This Friday. Ray Cornball says, Arduinos are cheap programmable microcontrollers. Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. I still don't know what that means, though. You know. Codename Jerkmonger, says Adrian Stone. No. Yeah. A hedge fund is a GoFundMe to help your garden look nicer. Yeah, that would be good. If only that were true. So we will see, guys. We'll see how that goes. You know, things are going to change. The comic industry is going to change. Now, I think again, DC Comics could go somewhere else. You know, AT&T could sell DC Comics off somewhere. That would be nice. You know, that would be nice. I see. I got canceled again. I would hire you all. If I could buy DC Comics, I would hire every one of you. Yeah. There is a cable in my router, none of your business. There is. You know, it's as good as it gets. I don't know what's going on, but it shouldn't be this bad. DC Comics getting sold to George Soros. Can you imagine? What if DC Comics got sold to Fox News and became, extreme right wing? That'd be crazy. Yeah. Is DC really worth saving? Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know how we save it, though. I don't think we can save it. It's not, we can't help it. We're just not big enough. The fandom isn't big enough. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, in any case, it is, it's almost time for WWE anyway, says Necrospike. All right, it's time to go. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Am I excited for the Joker movie, asked Mech? Yes, I am. The Joker movie looks legitimately good. People Circus, thank you for £2. Who would you rather fight, 10 SJW Ewoks or 5 Angry Cecils? See, there's no better situation there. I guess I would fight the Ewoks because I couldn't hit Cecil. I like Cecil. High Council in 1 hour, guys. I will be back. I'm going to go up and have some water and chill out. But thanks, and I'll see you again real soon. All right, bye-bye.